Chester Fox loitered in the hedge of trees just beyond the Green Acre meadow, underneath the gnarled branches of the woodland sentinel. He basked in the scattered rays of the sun's smile as he lounged nonchalantly in his auburn coat, his grayish-white beard groomed immaculately as ever. All the shorter woodland residents respectfully bowed or curtsied to the elegant gentleman resplendent in his marmalade jacket and black boots. It was in these summer afternoons when the heat rose in translucent waves above the murky bogs that Chester Fox held court to give his fellow forest friends advice on how to repair their meager lives. Ronnie Hedgehog was the first to waddle into the clearing, anxiously hefting his head around fearfully. "Ronald!" Chester Fox walked over and grandly patted the small, quivering hedgehog paternally on the head. "Whatever can I do for you?" "Well, yes. You see," Ronnie stuttered, a bit starstruck and also burdened by his personal distress. "As you may know, I live down Gregor Lane, underneath Mr. Gregor's shed. I'm a good tenant. I eat a lot of bugs. I even eat a toad or two at times. I help keep the noise down in the summer, you see. Without me, the Lily Pond frog choir would be deafening." "Quite so, my boy," said Chester Fox, smiling cheekily, remembering several mice he had recently dined on. "Go on, Ronald." "Well," said Ronnie, blushing, "as you know, I'm new to this area. I immigrated here recently. After my adoptive parents abandoned me one day, I wandered out here to this great forest. But Mr. Gregors has decided to be my enemy. Because one cold night, I might have had a tiny snack on one of his young chickens." And with this admission, Ronnie's face burned with embarrassment. "Ah, chicken." Chester Fox's face turned away and his eyes closed dreamily as he crossed his arms. "Ah, well," he said, coming out of his delicious reverie. "Enough with dreams, back to the problems at hand. First, let me say, Ronald, I do admire your pioneering spirit. Bravo. And may I say here, in our part of the woods, we welcome you as one of us." Ronnie was so touched, a bit of a tear began to well in the corner of his eye. "Don't mention it, dear boy," said Chester Fox, jumping up and pacing back and forth thoughtfully. "We must fix your problem with your prickly landlord." And with that, Chester Fox stopped to chuckle at his own joke. "Ah, I was so blessed with the gift of humor." "Yes, sir," said Ronnie dutifully. "Now, Ronald," said Chester Fox, drawing to a halt thoughtfully, "have you in your ramblings found any trinkets those humans call treasures? Things like rusty metals, yellow or orangish sparkling circles their race has vainly stamped a picture of their faces on. Litter, basically, dear boy. These humans love litter." Ronnie sat hunched over and thought, and then he slowly shook his spiky head. "I did find some short things that looked like acorns, but they were very hard, like rocks, and there were some round things nearby that shone in the sun." "Yes," Chester Fox shook his head sagely. "Begin bringing these to your landlord's door, and you may be surprised how childlike these humans are and how easily they get excited about these silly trinkets. If he catches you delivering it one night, he may see you as his genie, almost a good luck charm. Most of these humans are very vulnerable in their love languages. Their love language is gifts and things, trinkets mostly." Chester Fox shrugged airily. Ronnie sat starstruck, spellbound by the genius solution. "Thank you so much," he stammered. "Don't mention it, Ronald," Chester Fox winked. "Trot along now and fix that problem." Chester Fox waved a gloved hand as Ronnie scampered off, and then he sat back, basking in the warm sun. These afternoons he took off for philanthropy were exhausting, but rewarding, he concluded. And besides, now Chester had a new address for a place to find free chicken. The best part was he could get away from the crime scot-free, for Mr. Gregory would only blame poor Ronnie. "Oh well," Chester sighed contentedly. They taught now in schools it was all about the survival of the fittest. And, chuckling to himself softly, Chester Fox sat back, tipping his top hat over his eyes, and took a long, luxurious nap.